Hi, folks, to the virtual people and our virtual audiences. Hello and hi. Welcome to Sacred Voice Open Mic. I am your host for the night. My name is. I'm gonna take my mask off really quickly. My name is Bree. My pronouns are they them. I am the co-executive Sacred Voices is a local nonprofit here in Denver, Colorado. We foster unity and healing among BIPOC youth and community members through creative expression. How do we do that? We do workshops. We do open mics like this. And we do some crash course ethnic studies. Knowing your history and your culture and learning that through creative expression is healing and resistance. Ooh, hi Zoom. Cool. So also this month is National Women's History Month. And so I have a stack of books that I'm going to be reading instead of my own poems because I would like to give some flowers to the women and femmes who have paved the way for me as a local poet. And so I'm going to get started with that. I'm going to grab the first book and then I'm going to read it and it'll be great. But before I do that, running a nonprofit is hard. It really is hard. I feel like the last time I was up here hosting, I asked you all to donate. It's not like a requirement, but if you want to donate, and support the work that we do, you can go to our website, which is sacred-voices.org, and you can donate there. Or if you have Venmo, I believe it is Sacred Voices Denver. I'm like looking at my cheat screen right there. So please donate to us, support us as a organization, and we're going to get started. So I'm going to grab the first book. It's going to be great. Yeah. We also have virtual performers here with us. And then we have a really dope feature who will be coming in a little bit later who will be virtual as well. So, and with that being said, I'm gonna read a poem if I can find it. Maybe not that poem. Let's see. Let's read this one. So, I'm going to read this poem. It's called Black Rage in 4-part harmony. It is by the wonderful Susie Q. Smith. She is a local poet here in Denver as well. Make sure that you buy her book, A Gospel of Bones. She also has a book which is Poems for the End of the World. I will only read half of this 4-part poem. If you are interested in this poem, feel free to buy this book from Susie and read the rest of it. So I will start. Black Rage in 4-part harmony. 1. I am easy black, indie black, light black, like black light, your black friend, so cliche. Your only black employee, want me to be your soundtrack, want me to give you permission, want to touch my hair, want to end of summer, compare skin tones I always lose. Still blacker than you. You follow me through the store, offer to hold things at the counter until I'm ready to check out, but you will still ride the elevator, and you will probably not clutch your purse. I listen to gangster rap loud with the windows down. When I drive through your neighborhood, I've stolen your boyfriends on purpose, or at least glances from them to shame you. I balled up my tongue into Gatling gun, spit out sour nickels into a sack and hit you with it. It never lashes the same way as, no matter how hard I whip my words. 2. My grandmother instructed us all hard molasses. The first time a stranger refers to us as children, it was the word we had not heard before. Around this house, we are black. She spoke easy as hot comb smoking, smooth blue magic, sharp surprises of burnt ears and stinging sit still. Around our Sunday afternoon table, we used to smile into each other's black faces. We laughed magnificent black and loved each other with an unbreakable blackness. We blacked music and ate to its rhythms, blacked mismatched dishes, blacked each other's hair and fingernails, blacked double dutch in song, blacked yes please, blacked no thank you, blacked only the most delicious black all time, blacking. My mother still wants to believe that I could white the same way, a flash of teeth, a sprinkle of a freckle. I tell her that most white people only want me white when they want to win an argument. Strangers still ask me sometimes what I am. They often preface the question with, I mean, I can see you have some black in you. I laugh, blackly, not minding the question so much as their expectations of an answer. I am at end of the pool that no one is afraid of until the bottom drops out. Sometimes this light skin gets me invited to parties that I'm not really welcomed at. And I will leave the rest of the half for you all to go buy Susie Q's book, A Gospel of Bones. Susie Q here is a local poet. Please give her all the flowers, all the monies, all of the representation. And with that, we're going to go into our first performer, who I believe is virtual. And I do believe our first performer is Mike. Mike, are you here with us?
I am. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very good. Very good.
Nice.
All right. So I will start off my first, but you can hear me all right, correct?
Yeah, if I could have you just a little bit louder for me, that'd be great.
Let's see if I can.
It might be on our side.
Yeah, let me see if there's a. I'm at Zoom, so maybe I can just talk louder. I don't know. Does it work better if I talk louder?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. All right, I will start my poem here. Let's see. Okay. Title of my poem is called Stir the Division. Visions of violence, visions of war, flashing on our mind's horizon like the approach of an oncoming storm. Violence up ahead, eyes of fear shut quicker. Confrontation's what we've learned as the emergency lights flicker upon streets that run cold. And as old fires between each other still burn inside, you'd be wise to keep your head down and not be caught by passing eyes. It's all happened so fast. This distrust between us has got us shattering like glass, cracking the silent world like the paths of our shattered past. And still I'm able to whisper, we're home. Home at last. Home. And perhaps it's this home that's withering my decisions about this world that I thought I adored. I inhabit this planet. It's not a habit, nor did I plan it. It's not a chess match with some kind of gambit. I may one day be king, but I'm not a pawn if I can stand it. I'm appalled by the lack of compassion. We keep to ourselves. We don't speak up. Our blood runs black within our veins, and we keep our mouths shut. Visions change our decisions, pushing us further inside our plans like sand castles being ripped against the tide. And I've continued the lie. The lie we can't go back. The lie that says we're busy. Just a distraction that this world is just a place that's just not ready to be like home again. I inhabit this planet. It's not a habit, nor did I plan it. And in the end, all these old habits are just that, habits. Let the ghost back in so we can find out who we were. Igniting our compassion within ourselves, it's been a blur. Stir the division together so we can find out who we were.
I gotta make sure I get up to the mic and snap. That was so dope.
Oh, thank you.
I love that. Do you have another poem for us, or?
Sure, if you'd like to hear another one, I'd
Yeah.
love to read it. Sure. Okay, let me read another here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. We are. This one is called The World Within. Worlds within us, universe behind the eyes. The iris now shifts the focus, creating a world for you and I. Hands moving in conduction, this touch we share arcs electric combustion, bringing our worlds together and our spirits to align. Now I see a road within, not a person in sight. I felt your hands trace the edge of my face, sparking fire in the skies. And I'm running now. Your burning embers of atmosphere are almost here with me. And what I imagine appears. There's a couple of trees. What I think I create, I just cured a disease. Made with mere thoughts, everything that I can see over the places that I stand inside this is reality. Fields that go on stretching beyond what I can comprehend. There is no pain or suffering. I brought it all into an end. Now I'm in my car, racing towards city lights. I built a roadblock for demons and skyscrapers to sleep in for the night. Now I'm a child. The city is full of horses, racing to find a stable dream. Now I'm slowly growing old again. I'm running, I'm climbing, I'm racing to be free. And though I walk through the alleys and streets of this city, there's never a drug-infested corner or a place where I'm alone or grow lonely, because you're here with me. And in my world, families stay together. Lit windows dot dark neighborhoods, and thieves stay away because the community means something, and it's always understood. Street lights would cheat the night. Running down the avenues, our shoes would wage a concrete gunfight. We could be young and stupid. Time would fly by and feel like forever. We don't fear what's in the dark. We just hold hands and we would pray together. And when I go back to the real world, I put my world within upon a shelf. The buildings, they're sitting quietly, talking amongst themselves. I tuck the oceans to bed. I pop the sun in my top pocket, and I run to brush along the fields that I made inside my head. And no one's ever dead. When I return, it's just the way it was, the world I made within. It's just my soul that's gone on wishing it's the world we really live in. Worlds within us, universe behind the eyes, the iris now shifts the focus, and the why becomes you and I. Hands moving in conduction, this touch we share arcs electric combustion, bringing our worlds together and our spirits now align.
Woo! Gotta make sure I give the virtual snaps, because it's so hard to not be in person, and it's like, was my poem bad? Where it's like, no, it was really great.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your voice with us.
Hey, I appreciate you listening. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. And with that, I'm going to read a quick poem and then we're going to go to our next performer, who I think is Lynn, who's with us. And so I'm going to read that now. It's on my phone, so I have to grab it. But this poem comes from a wonderful mentor of mine. Her name is Tanea Winder. Tanea Winder is a poet, writer, and educator. She is the enrolled member of the Duckwater Shoshone tribe. Wow, that was loud and unnecessary. I hated that. I don't know if anyone else heard that. But I didn't like that. I'm going to go into the poem now because I didn't like that. Anyway, Tanea Winder is amazing. You can find her, I believe, at taneawinder.com. She's a fantastic Indigenous poet and educator, and you should go and give her money and all the flowers. And this is her poem called Bean. Wake up, greet the sun, and pray. Burn cedar, sweetgrass, sage, sacred herbs to honor the lives we've been given. For we have always been gifted these ways since the beginning of time. Remember, when you step into the arena of your life, think about those who stand beside you, next to and with you. Your ancestors are always in your corner, along with your people. When we enter this world, we are born hungry. Our spirits long for us to live out our traditions that have been passed down for generations. Prayer, ceremony, dance, language, our ways of being. Never forget you were put on this earth for a reason. Honor your ancestors. Be a good relative. And that is Tanea Winder's Being. And with that, Lynn, virtually, are you here with us? Maybe. Possibly.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm nervous.
Don't be
I'm very
nervous.
I have two poems.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Lynn. I am Babazi. I am Ugandan. I am currently in Hungary studying. So yeah, I'm excited to share with you guys. This first piece is called A Poem Where the Word Love is Replaced with Joke. 1. I've never been able to joke. I figured if they stayed long enough, their faults won't be able to choke. They'll understand my joke. I love dark humor. There's something about having a joke so wrong, it's only right for you not to be selfish, to share. But I did not joke when you decided to flee and share the joke that I taught you to someone who does not know you long enough to applaud. My joke is learning how to call out fraud. But I fear tough crowds. So I have been gig hopping ever since, hoping that you do not reuse my lines. 2, there's a point where this joke was based solely on lies. Me, thinking I could joke you into something you're not, but could be. So I rehearsed these lines, praying that this Bob the Builder joke would change you, mend you. It has taken me time to accept that this joke may fail you. So 3, allow me to change my joke to suit you. For you to use it on days when nothing is funny, when the words nimbus and somber are no longer uncanny. Allow my joke to be the reason you're taking a shot on a Tuesday mid-morning. Nothing should be making you take a shot on a Tuesday mid-morning. My joke wants to be exclusive, distinct, so that you do not miss it. I've been told my joke has never been direct. It lingers at the end of LOL texts, tagged memes, and awfully curated playlists. For my joke is wondering what to rate this pirated version of a joke so strong. It cripples you. Some call it fear. 5. I fear having a joke so strong, it cripples you. Or one so good, it has me reaching for my stomach in tears, wondering how someone so mortal can take my breath away. But that's what the best joke does, right? Leave you in tears, reaching for your stomach so that the once-struck butterflies flee. The word love is replaced by joke. Thank you.
Woo! I love that.
The second poem, I have it written down, so I'm going to be reading from my phone. I hope that's okay. It's called Cooking Rice. Rinse with clean water. On some days, I use scalding hot or biting cold water, whichever registers to my receptors. Run your fingers through it. Over and over again, fill the water. Then pour. Release in the healthiest way you do. I try not to be loud. I do not want to wake my siblings or give my parents reason to worry. Rinse. Repeat this 1 to 2 times. My breaths for 1 or 2 times too many for this constricting ribcage. So I transfer it to a smaller space, my heart thumping. I register it as a possible stroke. If it's not clear, repeat. I transfer it to a smaller space, to a boiling pot, my heart sorry. I transfer the rice to a boiling pot and cover it. With anchors not so distinct, I say this shall pass. It is not real, you're not having a stroke. I cover it, my ears, hoping whatever is being whispered to me doesn't make it to my brain faster than I say it out loud to myself. I pour again in the healthiest way I do. Frustrated, I collect the scattered rice like my thoughts and rinse. I clear my mind, sorry, my workspace. I start afresh. I try not to be loud. I do not want to wake my siblings or give my parents reason to worry. A week later, I run through the triggers, sorry, the steps. What step did I miss? I repeat, this time adding non-existent woes and salt to the boiling pot, my heart, the boiling pot with scattered rice, non-existent woes, and salt, I let it sit. Thank you.
All the snaps. Thank you so much for sharing. I love your poems so much.
Thank you.
If you would love to come back every month, I would be thrilled.
Yes, please. I'm looking for a space to share because there's not much here in Hungary.
Well, this is our space.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is Hungary? I hear it's like what, 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, it is. I've been just waiting for the link. But it's very different, especially when you're not expecting a certain level of change. Because I'm from Uganda, that's in East Africa, and it's very different. Like when you go expecting something, it's so different. But it's kind of the good different. So I'm not really complaining.
Yeah, and you're there studying? What are you studying?
Yeah. I'm doing BMC, which is like the foundation for medicine. So it's a basic medical course. Yeah.
I could never. I applaud you for that. Science
Thank
was
you.
very scary for me. Awesome. Wow.
But yes, thank you.
Oh, I love that. Wow, y'all are super dope. I love it. I'm gonna read one poem again. Moving on with the show, doing the things. If we still have more time and y'all still have more poems to share, please let my co-ED know by typing it in the chat because I can't see it. And we're just gonna keep it pushing. So I'm gonna read a poem from. I also have so many books. Like I brought so many books. Like there are just so many books that I have. I'm gonna read a poem from this magical book, which is called Black Girl Magic. It is the Breakbeat Poets Volume 2 book. If you are interested in this book, you can purchase it on haymarketbooks.com. They are a super rad, like underground place that just sells really great books like this. And so I'm going to read a poem by Eve Ewing, and her poem is titled, What I Mean When I Say I'm Sharpening My Oyster Knife. I mean, I'm here to eat up all the ocean you thought was yours. I mean, I brought up my own quarter of a lemon, tart and full of seeds. I mean, I am a tart. I'm a bad seed. I'm a red-handled thing, and if you move your eyes from me, I'll cut the tender place where your fingers meet. I mean, I never meant a dish of horseradish I didn't like. I mean, you're a twisted and ugly root, and I'm a pungent, stinging firmness inside. I mean, I look so good in this hat with a feather, and I'm a feather, and I'm the heaviest featherweight you know. I mean, you can't spell anything I talk about with that sorry alphabet you have left over from yesterday. I mean, when I see something dull and uneven, barnacled and ruined, I know how to get to its in recessit everything. I mean, I eat them alive. What I mean is, I'll eat you alive. Slipping the blade in sideways, cutting nothing because the space was always there. And that is Eve Ewing's What I Mean When I'm Sharpening My Oyster Knife. And I'm going to read another poem because it is Women's History Month. If you're just now joining us, hi, we're Sacred Voices. I'm reading poems because I haven't written anything in a very long time, and I don't want to just keep repeating the same poems that I always do. So I brought books. It's great. Let's see. I have so many books. Okay, I'm going to read one more poem and then talk about Sacred Voices a little bit more. I'm going to read something from Magical Negro by Morgan Parker. If you have not heard of Morgan Parker, you are not doing poetry right. That's a lie. You're probably doing poetry right, but you should probably know who Morgan Parker is. Hi, friend. Welcome. I'm going to read a poem, and then we're going to get into it. There's so many amazing things from Morgan Parker that I just can't choose just one. This is why I told myself I shouldn't bring this book, because now I'm like, I want to read this one, and I want to read this one. Let's read this one. So this is Morgan Parker's What Am I? After Terrence Hayes. I drink the glamour, even when it makes me sick. 11 or 2, it don't matter. I'm not lost waiting to be famous. I'm waiting in line at Walgreens for my pills and texting a white man I hope will make love to me. He smells like rolling papers and ocean in Santa Barbara. I consider buying chips in ebony and dog earring every page that says hallelujah. I keep saying I'm black so I don't forget. I twist my hair and my fingers and watch time go silk. I drink the glamour and offer myself. If I could, I would make love to them all. I don't know what I am. I play my tarot only at night. My eyes fall. I get mean. I fall in love. I deny this. The supremacy makes me ache. The supremacy calls me baby. The people in commercials, we're slowly becoming them, biting our lips because the taste of meat, nothing is sexier than how hungry I am. I say thick means hallelujah. Size 2 or 6, it don't matter. The pills are a cartoon animal and a quiet sister. And I'm the type of girl that says the same thing every day. I call to medicine in my sleep. I don't crash into rocks, and everywhere I see myself. And I am a black girl you love. Is it wrong that I feel nothing? Is it wrong that I feel nothing? And that was What Am I by the fantastic Morgan Parker. You can buy this book on Haymarket Books, or if you just go find Morgan Parker, she has Magical Negro everywhere. This is my favorite book. Buy this book. Do the things. And so if you are just now joining us, hello. Hello and hi. We are Sacred Voices. My name is Bree. I am your host for the night. My pronouns are they, them only. I am the co-executive director. I was about to say executive director, and I don't want that full problem. I am the co-executive director of Sacred Voices. We are a local nonprofit here that fosters unity and healing among BIPOC youth and community members. We do that through poetry workshops, creative expression workshops, ethnic study crash course workshops, and open mics, such like this. And my co-ED sent me a really cool thing that I'm going to share with you all. about someone who's listening to our radio show. We also have a radio show. Listen to our radio show. I don't know when it comes on because Aston handles that, but listen to our radio show. But this person actually donated to KGNU because the poems that they heard on Sacred Voices on Metro Arts were truly powerful and moving. I'm so glad KGNU creates the space for poetry, art, and voices like these things to be heard on the SIR. I think it's like the service or something. Wow, and having a Hawaiian poet speak Oleo Hawaii Mahalo is something that they felt resonated within them, and then they donated to KGNU. So the work that we do is actually like factual and like saves people, and it's great. So you should donate to us. If you want to donate to us, you can donate through our website, which is sacred-voices.org. I made the donation page. It's really cute. You should, like, even if you don't donate to us, you should just look at it because it's cute. There's like pictures and things, and there's like, I'm also a weird host. I don't know if anyone has missed me hosting. If you have, you should put it in the comments so I can read it. But hello and hi if you've missed me hosting. I've missed y'all. And yeah, hi Aston. Oh. Okay, so the radio show is the second Friday. So if you missed it today, it was at 3 p.m. Can they re-listen to it? Yeah, so if you go on KGNU's website, and I think if kgnu.org, it's a lot of G's. And if you go look for Sacred Voices, you can listen to Metro Arts. Oh, I'm just telling y'all incorrect things. Listen, Metro Arts, you can find us there. We do things. Hello, friend. Are you here to perform or are you here to just to watch? Okay. I won't force you to perform. I have so many books. I have so many books. But I'm wondering, for our virtual performers, do y'all have any more poems? If not, I can just keep reading my fantastic books that I've collected over the years.
I have a few more pieces.
Ooh, is that Lynn? Yay!
I just need a second to get sorry, give me a second.
I'm like trying to find you. Where's Lynn? Yay!
Okay. This piece is called Conversations in Windy. So Windy is it's an impenetrable forest in Uganda. And last summer, I was in a cabin in the forest talking to really cool people. So it's called Conversations in Windy. I will try to imagine you complexly, oblivious to all my woes. In 5 minutes, we fought mental wars, you, a collection of foreign stories, mossed from your past lovers, or backs of book covers. I'll try to imagine you completely, like I've known you for years. Scratch that, for 4 years. That's enough to crack close to my oar. Or I'll try to imagine you differently. Not a dancing shadow behind a fire. Just two musicians with a lyre pulling its strings. Will you remember each ballad when we return? I will imagine that you do. A never-ending song you have no lyrics to. We did not stay long enough to learn. I will imagine you rough around the edges, just like a collection from your past lovers or backs of book covers. I'll imagine conversations in Windy. Thank you.
I'm like, I was in the back, but I can't snap for you. Yay! Thank you so much for sharing. Oh. Yeah, Lynn, you can't leave us now. Every
You're
month,
welcome.
you just have to keep coming back to our open mics.
I'm going to make it a point to.
Yay! Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I also do believe that Mike has a poem for us, or two, or one.
Sure. Yeah, I'll read another one.
Cool.
All right. This one is called "Why Are You So Judgmental?"
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a little angry poem. All right, here we go. Why are you so judgmental? Who are you to judge if I'm mental or what I resemble? How I speak or to decree what I say is sounding simple. Maybe I should hide or take a step aside because you're oh so clever. Let me tell you something. You're not God's gift to earth. You aren't curing our afflictions with your restrictions to our worth, and you just sit there with a smirk. Looking sullen, your lips are pursed and swollen from outbursts. Well, buddy, the days of walking on eggshells around you is over, because this is war. I will obliterate your vocal violence with my minefield mentality, and if you're going to walk all over me, it may be the last thing you do. I've lost patience for words, buried them in the trenches, barricades on every front, and I'm back from your oppression. So do me a favor. Before you speak or you deceive or cast doubt upon myself that wasn't there when I was conceived, just remember, you're not God's gift to this earth. You're not curing our afflictions with your restrictions to our worth. So just do me a favor. Just don't. And that's it.
Got a chair snap and a real snap from me. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
I just looked at the time and it's like almost time for our amazing feature. So I'm going to read one poem and then I'm going to bring up our feature's bio. And if our feature is ready, I'm just going to give the feature the mic. So I'm going to read one poem from this amazing book that I just got like last year and I haven't been able to read it. And I'm really sad that I haven't been able to read it because it's really good. But this book is called Exit Through the Afro by Jalen Harris. Buy this book. I'm gonna read you the poem to like entice you to buy this book because it's great. Cool. So this poem is called Moe's Gazzle. You are curled into your mother's womb, suspending gender tied to a cord like a boo. We're waiting for you. You set our agenda. Ninth to the wonder of pregnancy is the mystery of gender. Long after the ultrasound images your anatomy as gender, you must learn that black is beautiful in every genre. But who is going to tell you your history's degrading mixed as you are in this race? Who is going to admit long endangered choreography of marionette to neck? And what's next if you are agendered? Auntie J, I don't even have a name yet. That's the point. This world's genre is to name you before you can name yourself. So whatever your gender be. And that is Moe's Gazzle by Jalen Harris, Exit Through the Afro. And before I get into our features bio, I'm just going to tell you all the books that I have. I won't read them, but it's good to know. So again, if you missed it, A Gospel of Bones by Susie Q. Smith. Get you some local reads if you're here in Denver. Exit Through the Afro by Jalen Harris. I have so many books. Bear with me. This book doesn't have a title, I don't think. I think it's a zine. It does have a title. So it's called Take 3 Strands and Make a Beach Out of Sand. And it's a retelling by Amani Love. This is all about black hair and like what black women and femmes go through to like get their hair braided. What's the healing around that? All of the things. If you're interested about black hair, you should read this book. It's really cute. I don't know if you can find it on the internet. It might be a rare collection. If you want to read it, hit me up. I can loan it to you. Just don't ruin my book. I will come find you. So that one, there is, let me just grab them. Again, the Breakbeat Poets Black Girl Magic It is a collection of poems by Black women and femmes. So get you some of this magic here. Even the Saints Audition by Rach Jackson. Such a cute book title and book cover. I love it. You should buy it, do the things. I think all of these books you can find on Button Poetry, Haymarket, books.org, so forth and so on. Black Queer Hoe by Brittany Black Rose Capri, and a foreword by Denez Smith. This book is fantastic if you like anger poems, if you like unapologetic poems, if you like rapping. This book is great for you. And then I have 2 books by the same author. So J. Dodd is a Black trans woman who does poems. And so the first book that I have here is Mannish Tongues. And the second book that I have here is Black Condition featuring Narcissus. If you love poetry as much as I love poetry, you will buy these 2 books and they will change your life. There's something about reading J. Dodd's poems that like reinventalize like the work that you do with your poetry. So get you some of this. And then the last poem book, again, Magical Negro by Morgan Parker. Get you some books by all of these amazing people. If you are a young person watching this and you do not have the funds to get you all of these books, hit me up. We'll talk. I might get you a book. I might let you read some books from me, because I believe that we got to like share resources, work trade, you know? If you want to come shovel some snow for like 20 books, I'm loving getting out of capitalism, so let me know. Yeah. I feel like my mom is calling me. My mom is not calling me. I have that fear that I'm like hosting and my mom calls me and I'm like, I have to be a Black child and answer it, you know? Because I can't not answer it. So yeah, I am going to pull up a short bio of our amazing feature, Kenya, who is fantastic and I love her and she just inspires me to be better and like maybe go into theater a little bit. I don't know, it's hard. So let me grab things. Cool. So I'm gonna read this bio. It's gonna be great. Kenya Mahogany Fashaw is a co-founder and chief creative officer of 5280 Artist Co-op. That's like if you need to know anything about Kenya, like that's it. She is a spoken word artist, actress, and playwright. Kenya was recently selected to be a part of the 2020-2021 Denver Center of Performing Arts Playwrights Group. She wrote and directed Colorism, Breaking the Chains of Complexion, that won 5280 Artist Co-op their 2018 Henry Award for Best New Play. Colorism was also selected to be featured in the 2020 Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Kenya's plays, The Cage and Hip Hop Matrimony, were 2 of 6 plays included in the 5280 Artist Co-op's Henry-nominated production of One Night, 6 Plays. She was honored as a Colorado Creative in Westward in February 2020. Kenya creates stories to normalize people of color and change their narratives. Kenya is a fantastic mentor of mine. I am so honored to have Kenya be our feature for this month. And so with that, I'm going to stop talking and let y'all learn from the best. Who is Kenya? I believe Kenya's here virtually with us. Hopefully, maybe.
Hey, yes, it is me, Mahogany, or Kenya, or whatever. You know, I usually go by Mahogany, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But thank you, Bree. I appreciate you. I just want to bust something real quick before we get started. Is that cool? Just real quick. The intensity of this energy is always black, rolled up in this excellence. Matter of fact, God is verbal killer, assassinating this track. Applying hard pressure, ain't nobody clapping back, cause my mouth is speaker, my tongue's a heater if they froggy. If rapping was a meal, then I guess I'll leave them starving. See the structure, respect the carving, magic of a goddess, brewing in their cauldron. The only MC that's coming with them slammers, too legit to quit, so I gotta lay them hammers. I compete with no one but me, Mahogany. Bring the heat when these basics freeze. Sacred voices. All right, y'all. I just had to get that bust out. That was like, a rhyme that has been in my spirit, and I just had to get it out. first and foremost, like I said, thank you, Bree. Thank you, Sacred Voices. Thank you, Aston. Thank you to all the poets before me, to Michael, to Lynn. Oh my goodness. That love joke poem, that was amazing. Like I was like, that's pretty fire. So thank you so much for sharing that, Lynn. Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing all of your gifts as well. I'm honored to be here. Super excited. I haven't featured in like a couple of years because of the pandemic, right? So to be back on a poetry platform is gratifying for me, and I thank you guys for building this stage. Anybody that has an open mic, I thank them immensely for opening up space for us to speak as poets, as artists. So thank you guys. And I love Sacred Voices. I'm intertwined with y'all more ways than one. So it's a blessing to be there. I wish that I was there physically. Kind of got miscommunicated because life, and I thought it was just all online. So my apologies if you know um, my presence is missed. But I am here virtually. So I got poems, y'all. I got poems. I got poems. Um, I kind of like to start off with a nice light poem. And I kind of ran across this poem. I wrote this poem back when I was on Slam Nuba. We cut heads back in the day. Um, we had a collaboration poem that we all wrote together. Um, and this was my portion of the collaboration poem. And I came across it and I was like, yo, I'm going to say this tonight. So I'm going to read this poem to y'all. And it is titled, and hopefully y'all can relate. Maybe not. It's okay. But it's titled Ass Whoopings. Because sometimes you got to get your ass whooped. The phrase ass whooping is defined as a sound beating, usually and preferably given by yo mama. The word spanking is cowardly compared to the phrase ass whooping. I can recall late nights where I often seen shiny stars dangling over my heads from being knocked out by the hammer hands of my mother. I broke her curfew, breaking minor rules. I was grown 16 years and smelling myself until the night I came home and felt the welts from her belt. So, see, what had happened was I had snuck in the back door from a night of hardcore teenage partying, making my way to the bed as if I'd been asleep. I crept slowly, but before I could make it under my sheets, I felt leather branding my back and making me react without sound, then tears. Then, after 5 seconds, I bellowed a scream of injustice. My mother came out of the dark shadows like a ninja, transformed into the Incredible Hulk, and Hulk smashed. I tried to defend myself by grabbing that leather abuser, felt courage leaving my lips to say to her, "Damn, mama, stop hitting me." Then all faded to black. I stood in shock, awaiting her response, and in slow motion, I heard a thunderclap of "What did you say?" as her backhand rapped against the side of my face. I glided across the sky like eagle. "Who are you talking to, little girl?" As I pulled myself up from the ground, her voice sounded like the adults in Charlie Brown. Womp, 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 as I tried to gain consciousness, wishing I was still in unconscious bliss. In my house, ass whoopings kind of went like this. And that's ass whoopings, y'all. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, if you can relate to that, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I feel like it's a culture thing, you know. Um, some folk, you know, they got their ass whooped, and I mean, and you fine, right? You turned out good. Um, so that's ass whoopings. I have another piece here that I would love to share with you all. Um, I kind of wrote this. I'm very, I don't know. I had a poet once tell me, "Oh, are you talking to me?" No, she ain't talking to me. Okay, she's going. She's just leaving okay, leaving the state. Okay. I had a poet once tell me that I was too black. Like my poetry was too black. I never understood that because I'm like, I'm black, right? So I'm gonna talk about black stuff. But he said it in a way as if I should be offended by it. Um, so I feel like I continue to carry that title of being too black. Um, and that's okay because I love my people and I am going to advocate for my people all the time. So this poem is called Clap Back. Dear racists, if there was a sequel to all of this shit, the headline must fit one black woman killing all white supremacists. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. But my voice is the thunder spitting flames and fire. Warrior born fighter, they call me Hippolyta, Amazon woman, steady ready, cutting heads, steady ready for this machete, crown heavy. So I say, let get petty. See, my queendom is locked. My kingdom is loaded. Coming for your head, your most useless organ. You've clearly underestimated this mahogany melanin to be a monolith or a myth. Whatever you conjure in your spirit, I'm for peace. But if you want war, my 38 and I welcome your visit. If love is too hard of a task and being nonviolent no longer lasts, what will you do next? People spewing out threats because of the color of your skin. By any means necessary, my loved ones I will have to defend. So choose wisely before you decide to declare war. For the lioness has emerged, waiting for her prey to cross her front door, and my ancestors are behind me, billions deep, eager for their release, to seek peace or bury someone 6 feet deep. See, I'm not scared, but prepared, waiting on them to shoot first, because when worse comes to worse, my people come first. So who's that creeping through my window? Pow, nobody now. And that's clap back. Yes. And I imagine that I'm hearing claps and snaps because I feel like I'm in the room by myself. But I see my Zoom people are with me, so we are good. We are good. Um, so this next piece, I wrote this next piece for this thing called Mixed Taste. Mixed Taste is something that the Denver Center of Performing Arts does as a collaboration with poets. They bring like two different subjects together and kind of have a whole presentation on these two subjects. And basically, they bring in a poet to write a poem about these two subjects. Um, and it was really cool. I got a chance to collaborate on Dr. Justine Ford. And if you don't know who Dr. Justine Ford is, she is definitely a legend and icon in Colorado. Who she basically was a physician um, uh, who delivered over 7,000 babies in Colorado. Um, so she was really important. And then they talked about the banjo, which was another important tool because it played a part in um, just some real like prejudice, racist stuff, right? So this is just a collaboration of those two poems, and it is called Legend and Icon. Have you ever been told that you weren't good enough? That your uniqueness somehow doesn't fit the cookie cutter mold, that you were odd, out of place, didn't belong, rejected, excluded, dropped, abandoned, refused, just simply because of the way you were structured. You are brick by brick. Built to be seen in museums, but you are no specimen. Purple mountains bigger than Zion, used for blackface entertainment. I don't understand why certain white men are so threatened by a black woman. The phrase not good enough will only be used to dismantle their purpose. So just because of their surface, you hate them. Today I met a legend and an icon. They emerged me back into their African roots and taught me that I am my history to begin with. My history birthed over 7,000 souls to the sounds of popping, snapping, racism, and enslavement, banjo hands, plucking power of precious peace that nurtured round pot bellies in the community. A mother's love played, a dope beat against the drum membrane, plugged into umbilical cords, 5 fingers, 5 strings, 5 points will resound to the keys of babies crying, trying to escape from passengers, not being passengers on a slave trade. What other musical sounds can help the distortion of today, orchestrating joy from a history of pain, played so elegant and aggressive. Today I met a legend and an icon who have opened up portals I only wish I could dip my toes in. So thank you. Thank you for allowing my words to speak your story. And for that, you will not be forgotten. So whoa. Yes, that was that. Legends and Icons. I think that's like the second time I've ever read that piece. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So I kind of stumbled with that. But that was a dope piece that I definitely need to revive. But yeah, did that for Mixed Taste. And it was an amazing, amazing spirit. So those are my reading poems that I have. I have maybe three more poems I can read to you all and recite. Like I said, it's so dope to be here. So dope to be able to share my gift with you guys. Thank you so much for being here and being present. And yeah, it is what it is. So this piece, um, I call it Black Bodies. Black bodies singing, see the news swinging. Black bodies breathing, feel the choke squeezing. Black bodies screaming, but no one can hear them. Pulled down, stretched, bruised, beaten, but not broken, resilient. Got bounced back from all of their ignorance, but my possession is me. See, my black body flows freely without anybody demanding where the hell it should be. See, my black body is intimidating on purpose. See, this surface is never meant to be an over sexualized fantasy. Bump being modest. The structure of this goddess is infinite, not your experiment, but you still try to rip us, strip us of our humanity. And when we scream insanity, you have the nerve to call us a calamity. Same old song. It's hard to see black bodies' pain when it's always masked, it's always being strong. But don't get me wrong, because there's strength that proceeds through this melanin that's so dark, thick, sweet, and deep. Black body naturally curve to the wind drastically. So how could anything like that be labeled as a catastrophe? Find the beauty in its creation. Black bodies deserve more liberation and less humiliation. Black bodies, black bodies. Won't you see these black bodies? Won't you see these black bodies? Black bodies, black bodies. And that's black bodies. Thank you guys. So yes, a couple of more pieces that I am going to share with you all. This has been an amazing night, like I said. Anytime that I am able to share my gift and hear other gifts intertwine is a blessed evening. So yeah, this next piece, I dig it. I wrote it for Black women. I guess my poetry friend was right. I write a lot of Black stuff, and that's okay. So this is for my Black women, and it is called Curvy Black. Curvy and black, thick brick house like that. Matter of fact, you can say that she's stacked, racked, or built like a stallion. Everybody bow when she come around. It's like that. See, I've always believed that a black woman's hips were strong enough to sink chips because of the burdens that she's been forced upon, not to be bold, not to be outspoken, or even to be sugarcane thick, not knowing that her words can only speak sweeter than honeydew. But society says never mind her mind and undermine everything that honey do. And then here come you, wanting to ridicule the cinnamon glide in her backside. Something that she built this nation on, something that they hate her on but try so damn hard to take her form. Don't align your fakeness to her greatness. Quit parading her body because you can't seem to climb over the power in her rolling hills. Don't envy, but then empty her structure into your trash. I'll call you a thief because you've had paraded her body and made a mock of her body's art when all she really needed was the hands of her community to remold her canvas, to protect and respect the Black woman at all costs. Without community, we are lost. See, her frame has framed the faces of this nation, but because of the lion in her glow, they want to nickname her intimidation. But isn't she just a woman? I mean, ain't I a woman? You know, the kind of woman that likes designer things, designer clothes, designer purses, never wanting to ride in the back of a designer hearse. See, it's a curse to be loved and to be hated all at the same damn time. And don't get me wrong, for what I think is called genocide, because when a Black woman dies in a jail cell and there's no one there to see it, is it still considered a suicide or is it a homicide? Right. So her silhouette should not be a threat because she is Black, because she is female, or because she has quick language in her mouth. She is mother, she is daughter, she is sister and queen with tears that exceeds her pain. Just asking you to always remember her and to continue to say her name. Say Sandra Bland, say Breonna Taylor. Rest in power, queen, because you'll always be curvy and Black, thick, brick, house like that. Matter of fact, you could say that she's stacked, racked, or built like a stallion. Everybody bow when she come around. It's like that. Whew. All right, y'all. Getting through these poems. First of all, don't drink and say poems because I feel like I'm kind of messing up. I thought I could have a nightcap or a cocktail, but sometimes it can kind of throw you off. But I'm so happy y'all are vibing with me. I have one more poem, if that is okay. And if you want to hear more, I can do more. But I will leave you with this poem called "Smile." This is a very near and dear poem to me. It deals with mental health and just kind of masking ourselves every day to just get through the day when we're dealing with that. But just giving hope at the same time. But this poem is called Smile. And yeah, here it goes. Every morning I wake up, I take a paintbrush and I dip it into the color of mahogany. I take that same paintbrush and begin to paint a smile on my face, making sure that I look closely into the mirror so that I can fill in all those blotches of abandonment and abuse. No excuse. Just cover, girl. Cover up those black-headed secrets you've had hidden inside your pores for years, or try Maybelline, or maybe lean to the left. Maybe they'll miss your missteps. Inhale, breath. Now go out into this world, girl, and don't forget to smile. My smile. I often mistake it for attire, putting it on one smirk at a time, hoping that I don't catch words of fire. You know, those same old lines of people asking, hey, how are you doing? So I have to smile audaciously and say, I'm fine. Knowing deep down inside that anxiety is moved in on my mind, heartbeats increasing and increasing, depression. It's been hungry, been feasting. But no time to deal, gotta push through, no time to feel, because that's what grandma them say do. They say, pray about it, baby. Don't let it get to your head. But grandma, I have to do more than prayer because faith without work is dead. How do you go to the hospital and check on the illness of your body instead on what your mind is being fed? So I smile because I am Black and I am a woman, feeling like I have to smile because I am a woman and I am Black. No matter what I'm stressing, I'm always having to fight this double oppression. See, I smile so that some people are comfortable with this Black girl flesh. Because God forbid I'm seen smiling while Black. And now certain people see that as a threat. So how do you cope? J. Cole said it's better to meditate than to medicate. And I think that's dope. But what about the ones that are so entrapped inside their minds they cannot seem to find their hope, hoping that this ill mental would get easier to battle with thoughts that are so harsh, but at the same time so fragile? Mask on, mask off, mask off, mask on. Smile big, smile bright, so nobody asks, hey, are you okay? What's wrong? I heard him say that it's okay not to be okay. So how do you stay afloat? I lift the corners of my mouth because these days, it seems that's the only way that I cope. See, I smile every now and then. See, I smile. Even though I hurt, see, I smile. 'Cause I know God is working, so I smile. I smile. Thank you, guys. That's that piece. I think that is all the poems that I have for today, Bree. Thank you so much for having me, Sacred Voices. This was amazing. Thank you all. This was, yeah, all the things.
Woo! Let me hold this tiny mic because I made it lower for people to snap for you. Thank you so much for sharing. This is why Kenya is my favorite. Because you can't beat that performance. You can't. You just can't. Wow. Fantastic. Kenya, how can people find you on social media to support you?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook under Kenya Mahogany Fashaw, YouTube under Mahogany Fashaw, IG Mahogany Fashaw as well. I have another page on Facebook, just Mahogany. So all of those, please follow me.
Nice. And do you have anything coming up that you want people to support you on?
I do. I am in a play production that is being put on by my theater company, 5280 Artists Co-op, in collaboration with Firehouse Theater. And we are putting on a play called Flying West. And Flying West will be playing at John Hand Theater April 7th through May 9th. And Flying West is a phenomenal play. It's basically about in the early 1900s when Black people basically migrated from the South to the West for a better life, to be able to own land. And all they had to do was basically take care of the land. And it was a big deal in Nicodemus, Kansas when they migrated there because that was called a Negro town. And they kind of got ran out of that Negro town. But I feel like it's still kind of a Black city now if you were to visit Nicodemus, Kansas right now. But it is a phenomenal show. I have amazing cast members and we are working hard. So please, you can get tickets at 5280artistcoop.com or I believe at firehousetheater.com. So both of those sites.
Yes, get you some tickets. I love a good theater, so you will see me there. I love all the theater things. So thank you so much. That was kind of our show, unless there are like in-person people. So I'm going to like stare at them and like wiggle my eyebrows to see if they want to share anything. It's okay. I won't ask you all to do anything that I wouldn't want to do. But that is our show. We have a pretty short show. If you want to perform for our open mics next month, we will be having it. I forget the day. It's the second Friday of the month. Oh no, I'm a bad ED. I don't know when my open mics are. It's the 8th. This is why I have a co-ED. Keeps me grounded. So if you want to share your voice with us, please do. I feel like Sacred Voices is one of the open mics that you get to like take your performances home with you. So if you are an aspiring artist, a musician, a poet, and you want to come and share your work with us, whether it's for like a tour or a publishing, whatever, if you just published a book and you want to like come and share, you get these videos from us. If you want edited, really professional videos of you performing your art and doing your art, hit us up. we are here to provide to community, and the same for young people. We are hoping to have actually a youth feature next month on the 8th. She is fantastic. I have worked with her before as an educator, and please just come and watch her. But also young people, if you're watching this and you want to like get started in your journey of being whatever it is you want to do, we provide community resources, videos, all the things. We also don't do this for free. So if you want to support organizations like us and you would like to donate to us, it is not a requirement, but I would love you forever. You can donate to us through our website, which is sacred-voices.org. I made the donation page. It's really cute. If you just want to look at it and not donate, that's fine. You know, you can share it with your friends and be like, look at this really cute donation page. Do the thing. If you want to come and share your voice with us, please hit us up on the Facebooks, on the Instagrams. I do believe that all of our handles are, using my cheat sheet, Sacred Voices Denver. And again, if you don't know what Sacred Voices is, we are a nonprofit here in Denver. We foster unity and healing among BIPOC youth and community members through creative expression. What does that look like? Poetry workshops. We might be having public poetry workshops soon. I'm the programs director, so I have to make that curriculum. So catch me in April for National Poetry Month, because writing curriculum is really hard. And we do open mics. We also have a radio show, which is every second Friday, Aston? At 3? Yes, every second Friday at 3 p.m. you can listen to our radio show. 1390 a.m. What? 88.5 FM. That's how you listen to us. I do believe that Kenya will be our radio show feature as well, so you get to dive a little bit deeper into what Kenya does. So if you're interested by her, if she's piqued your interest, which she always does with me, you can listen to her on the radio show. What am I missing? What am I doing? I think I did it. Yay! We did an open mic. Thanks, y'all. I'll see y'all next month. I probably won't be hosting unless you want me to host. If you want me to host, put my name in the comments. I love to just start shit. Put my name in the comments if you want me to host. Bye, folks. I don't know if we're going to end. Aston, you'll have to tell me to end.